Metafiction can be very simply defined as a commentary on fictionality within a work of fiction. But what do we highlight when we comment on fictionality? And as metafiction can also take the form of the concealment of fictionality, and I insisted about this. What do we conceal when we conceal fictionality? So, fictionality implies a certain idea of what fiction is. And in this respect, there are different schools, and I tried to explain yesterday that you have a narratological, logical, semantical school that I like very much, Kate Hamburger and Doris Cohn, and a pragmatic school with Jean-Marie Schaeffer, Jeunette, John Searle at the beginning, who deny the internal criteria of fictionality and insist upon the pragmatic aspect, condition of reception, attitude of intention of the author, attitude of the reader. And you have others, a rhetorical school, now very powerful, with Richard Walsh, Jim Fallon, Simona Zetterberg, who see fiction as a communicative tool. I am personally, as far as I'm concerned, I favor an ontological approach and therefore internal criteria of fictionality relating on to referentiality, possible words, paradoxes, and so on. But I don't see why external criteria shouldn't be also be taken into account. So I don't want to be inclusive, excessively inclusive, but I think that in this topic, mutual exclusion is irrelevant. Let me come back briefly to the reception of this book. I wanted to say first that Le Seuil, the edition, didn't want Pour une frontière, because they were convinced that there were no frontier. But Gérard Jeunette, who was wonderful for me in this time, insisted to respect my title. So it was very difficult to have this provocative title, because I know that the trend is against every frontier. Some people also say that I was a politicist because I wanted to a border, but it's not a concrete border, it's a conceptual one. And when the book appeared, it was also the election of Donald Trump, and it helped a lot to sell the book, because the spokesperson at that time, Kellyanne Conway, spoke about alternative facts, and it was, and post-truth. It was really in this time, 2016, 2017, it was a trend. The word of the year in 2017 was post-truth. So all the publicity of the book in newspapers was made about alternative facts, fake news. What I have to say about it? For me, it's very important to underline that fiction is not a lie. So it's a little bit difficult to connect fact and fiction theory with this, what is for me a lie. Fake news, propaganda, and post-truth. Post-truth, for me, doesn't exist. It's not a concept, it's a lie. Post-truth is just a lie. I think it's important to reaffirm that there is a conceptual border, even if I also say that quite every fictional work is hybrid, but you have to recognize a border to say that he is hybrid, you know? So, very briefly, it's amazing. I am in a wonderful place, Carmen de la Victoria. You know, I traveled a lot in my life, but I never slept in a so beautiful place. I never had this kind of view in the morning, in the evening. To say is an enchantment.